Welcome to Knit One, Heart 2,
Episode 29.
Yay! I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37 on Ravelry.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy on Ravelry and Penny Wendy 2 on Spark People.
Yeah, I'm Sheila D37 on Spark People too, but we won't go there.
I forgot to look on Spark People.
I have two new friends.
Good.
I
I'm sure they're my friends too. I just can never see any of you on my thing.
Problem is I forgot to write them down.
Hi, new friends.
Yeah, hi.
Thanks for
Sorry,
joining
guys.
us on Spark People.
I want to say one is Halifax Mommy, but I think I might have already done her, so it's hard to tell. Anyways, if you're new to the podcast, thanks for coming by and checking us out. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. We appreciate it.
We do.
And just a few things to cover before we jump into our normal stuff. I'm going to look at my show notes, sorry. I first want to say Miss Lawrence Knits on Ravelry has a shop. It's Geisha...
Knitting Geisha.
Knitting Geisha. Oh, yeah, there it is. It was broken up in my notes. Sorry. knittinggeisha.etsy.com. Today is her last day for offering 20%, which today's Thursday, so you probably won't see that. But she is offering 10% with the coupon code KNIT1, O-N-E, Heart2, T-O-O.
Yes.
So KNIT1, one is spelled out, Heart2. So go check her out.
And I did, and I'll be showing you what I got on my baubles and bling section.
Okay.
And I wanted to say 413 members on the group.
Yeah, I checked yesterday.
We're getting
406, so.
Yeah, we're getting very close to the 500 members.
Yay!
I'm excited.
I want to mention also the Podcasters Challenge voting takes place yesterday through October 2nd. So you have from now until Sunday? October 2nd? Yeah, Sunday.
It's already October. I'm never going to get this done in
Yes,
time.
you will. Yes, you will. So I'm just going to list out real quick what the prize categories are. Most creative photo, which, I'm shooting for.
Vote for Sheila.
Go check me out. Anyways, most altered pattern, the Talk and Smack Award, favorite special guest, the Knit Along Group Award, which I think is whoever had the most people knit their project.
And post them in the podcast.
Best yarn, suffered through it, and hot mess. I didn't realize those were two. No one really qualifies for the hot mess award, so I don't know what they're going to do on that. And super knitter. The super knitter is for the person who knit other projects from the other podcasters. I know Becky from Addicted to Yarn tried, and I asked her how well she did, and she didn't do so well.
Yeah.
But Notable Needle, I think, I don't remember her first name. She knit 6 projects with everyone else, so.
Wow.
Yeah. And the grand prize. And there's the grand prize category is, it's got a couple of criterias for how you rate the person who you think is a grand prize winner. So go check it out. I'll link it. It's at the Podcasters Challenge group. I'll link the thread for you guys to check it out. Vote until Sunday. And then next week we'll tell you what we won, if we won anything.
And next week we will also draw the winners for the Knit Along in our group.
Yes, that won't be until next week. Unfortunately, though, the thread has been locked because posting of photos is done. But you can't post anymore. Yesterday, the 27th, I think, was the last day you could post photos.
In our thread?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what that is from what I understand, I think, Lois is actually going to pick from all the people who knit along.
Did they have to post in Lois's group?
No, because what they had to do was tag their projects with PPC 2011, and when you do that, you can
see everybody.
Yeah.
Ah, so do that, people, if you haven't already done it.
Yeah. So, but we will draw next week, and I'm not sure what we're giving away.
Well, we said we were. Well, I am giving away a T-shirt or bag, I guess, of your choice.
Okay.
From the store.
And then we'll figure out if we have more than one or not.
Yeah, we might do more than one.
So I think that's all for initial notes.
I have a book I could give away. Remember that book?
Off the top of my head, no. You're talking
Diane, not Diane. Yeah, Dee Dee.
Oh, yes,
Dee Dee gave it to us.
yes. Well, we can do that for another time. I just also want to say hi to Heather. I was watching one of her Heather from Fiberista Files, Boutros Babe, was watching one of her podcasts, and she got several phone calls, and she said she felt like us.
Hey, maybe today's going to be our lucky day, man. You
Well,
never
we got
know.
a few good ones. There we go. I'm working on very little sleep. I apologize. So let's just jump right on to the dance card. You go first.
Oh, I'm going first. All right. Oh, wait. I had one more thing. Swag update.
Oh.
I am pleased to announce we've had 29 orders.
Yay.
Which is cool. Eventually, we will get some money from that we can use to buy prizes and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that, and I'm wearing mine. And and I am gonna come up with a couple more designs, I think, now that I have my little Wacom tablet thing that my husband got me to play around with. So anyway, on the dance card, well, I still am working on my Rhinebeck sweater, which unfortunately is buried in the bottom of my bag. So this is I put it on a string.
Oh.
The bottom half.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I took it off. It's on
Waist
yarn. So I could try it on.
It doesn't fit?
It does. It fits perfectly. It's just a little short. But according to my swatch, it's going to grow in length a little bit. So because I am so paranoid, I am actually going to wash this and block it like this to see how much more length I get before I knit any more on the top. It's close to where I want it to be. Like, I think that it's hard to do this. There we go. It's very close to where I want it to be. I just don't want it to be too long, because then all of the shaping that I did is going to look ridiculous.
Oh, right.
But you can see my shaping. It looks like cat ears. When you put it on your body, it doesn't look weird like that, but it sure looks weird when you hold it up.
That's funny.
So yeah, the body is pretty much done.
Nice fabric.
And even though I was hoping I would have at least one sleeve done by today, I only have this much of a sleeve done. But it's very pretty.
It is very pretty. It's going to be a gorgeous sweater.
It's going to be gorgeous. I'm scared I'm not going to finish it, because you know what? I totally haven't been working on any knitting at all. Nothing. Just like,
Lost the mojo?
I'm just busy. We got back from our the vacation. I knit a lot on this sweater. I really did. But I was in that zone where every time I measured this, it was only 12 inches. And then one day I measured it, it was 16. So that was really aggravating. And, and I want to show you something that's kind of funny about this. I've been paranoid, too, that I'm going to run out of yarn. I don't know why. I should have plenty of yarn, according to the thing, but I'm paranoid.
Well, especially considering, when did you buy the yarn? When you were larger?
Yeah, I have plenty of yarn, but I'm paranoid. So I bought another skein,
gosh.
but it's totally not the same color. I had to
oh wow.
It's much lighter. And this was the darkest one they had, because they don't have dye lots at Dream in Color. It's, as long as I do it row by row together, it'll blend. Worst case scenario, it'll just be for the neck. It'll be fine, but I feel
I don't
so
think you're
much.
gonna need
I don't
it,
think
though.
I'm going to need it either, because I still have 4 skeins left. I'm still working only on my second skein. So I think, and I've got the body and one sleeve done, so I think I'm, mostly done. I think I'm going to be okay, but yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But I just feel better now. I know there's no way I'm not going to have enough yarn, and that made me feel less panicky. But I was reading Yarn Harlot today, and she mentioned that there are only 17
Well,
days
I think
to
it's
Rhinebeck.
16 now, because she posted yesterday. So.
God, that makes me feel so panicky. I can't stand it. So anyway, that's on the needles. I'm freaking out about it. And then this is still on the needles. I did do...
Well, this is a long-term project, right?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
look how much more I got done.
Hence the reason why
Hence
the Rhinebeck sweater's not getting
Rhinebeck
done.
sweater. Look at this. It's
Oh, this is
so
so bright.
freaking awesome. It's like clown barf. I love it.
Yeah, that's what you want to be wearing, is clown barf.
Well, it's not. I'm not going to wear it. It's a blanket.
Well, you're going to wear it at some point, I mean.
in my living room.
Yeah, and how many of
maybe
us
Tim
don't?
Gunn will stop by and be like, "Wow, you're wearing clown barf."
How many of us don't have a clown barf Afghan somewhere floating around?
I love the clown barf.
No, but anyone who crocheted in the retro 70s.
I think this is so freaking
That would be
awesome.
the type of.
I know.
Oh, you can't see. That would be the type of
That's the
Afghan you would
70s
have
one.
from the 70s.
I love this so much, and look how much got done. And I really did not work on this either. To be on this, I have not done anything for about a week, really, except knit on that sleeve a little bit. I did some of these on the plane on Saturday. That was the last time that I worked on this.
Really?
And yeah, but I can bang them out now. I'm getting really good at it. I can bang out a square in like 5 minutes. It takes me a little bit longer to put the
them together.
To crochet them together. And I've been weaving the ends in as I go. So I'm really having a lot of fun with this. But it all has to go on the back burner now. I've sworn that until such time as the Rhinebeck sweater is complete, I will be working on nothing else. And I refuse to have this be the second Rhinebeck where I go with an unfinished Rhinebeck sweater. I can't not do it.
I was talking to somebody. It might have been on Plurk. Or might have been through PM. Why does it have to be a Rhinebeck sweater?
Because I said it was going to be a Rhinebeck sweater because I knit
no, just in general. Why is it that people say, I want a Rhinebeck sweater?
Because when you go to Rhinebeck, one of the most wonderful things about it, well, it's freezing, usually. It's pretty darn cold.
It's going to be hot
because
this
it's
year.
outdoors.
You know it's going to be hot this year. You're going to wear your sweater, and it's going to be
That's okay,
80
then
degrees.
I'll be just wearing my t-shirt.
It's going to be 80 degrees out.
So, but one of the most wonderful things about going to Rhinebeck is looking at all the hand knits that people have made. People wear their best hand knits. Or
you hope to wear your best hand knits. I've heard stories.
Yeah. There was someone last year that was wearing the craziest sweater, and I'm not going to describe it in case they're a viewer, but let's just say that it combined, a lot of different novelty yarns. And I was like, it's not my sensibility, but good on ya for wearing that. This was clearly her Rhinebeck sweater, She wanted to show it off, and it was interesting. I've never seen anything like it before. And, that's what you see, though. You see these amazing sweaters. You see these amazing scarves and hats. And it's just kind of awesome. Well, so good. I want to be awesome. I want to do Alison Greenwell proud. So anyway, Gawain by Alison Greenwell. I forgot to mention this. It's $7 on Ravelry. Dream in Color Classy in the Dusky Aurora colorway, which I just love. And I'm doing it on US 8 5mm needles. And this is various sock yarns, including the Sock Club from the Knitting Goddess. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing it in a USD or US 3 crochet hook. And that's all I have on the needles right now.
All right. On the needles for me, I got a few things. I'm working on a test knit for Lisa Beamer, who is Fiber Nymph or 90% knitting. You might know her. She has a podcast. This is her Ridgeline shawl, I believe she called it. And I'm doing mine out of Patons. I call it Patons. Other people call it Patons, but I call it Patons. Classic Merino Tweed. It's a tweed, and for some reason, it still smells like sheep. But here's the colorway.
For a second, I thought you were holding that up so people could see
it. So this is the Aran Tweed colorway, I believe it's called.
I really like the look of that yarn.
I really did too. It's kind of got like a blue hue to it.
Yeah, I
and really I'm using I have until the 24th, so sometime in November this will probably be coming out. She's having a bunch of us test knitted on different yarns, weights. I'm doing mine on worsted weight with a size 9 needle to give it a little bit of drape. I think 10 would be too drapey. But the funny thing about the classic wool, it is 90% wool, 7% acrylic, and 3% rayon.
Who knew? Well, that's because it's got the flex.
It's the tweed.
It's got to be
it's
the tweed,
tweed part of it.
Because I know that the regular patents wool
It's 100% wool.
100%.
Which felt really well, but it just makes me kind of wonder if you're going to use tweed, you might want to do a test swatch for the tweed if you're going to felt it. I would assume it would still felt, but you never know. Just do a test knit anyways, or a test swatch. So this is, I'm liking this. It's
Just ignore this. I have to.
My,
the screensaver's coming on.
I don't know. It's nice knitting and purling, and
Yeah, it looks like a fun project.
it's squishy too. It's squishy, but it smells like sheep, but in a good way.
Yeah, I like sheepy yarn.
So
I mean, a certain kind of sheepy yarn, like obviously not fresh off the sheep.
yeah, it just smells like clean sheep. Is probably a good way of saying it.
It smells like wool. It smells like real wool.
Yeah.
Unprocessed wool or lesser processed wool.
I cast on finally for the Heath socks, which is by Andrea Dietrich. I'm using Happy Feet. I call it the olive colorway. I'm sure it was just a plain old number. It kind of looks like camouflage.
I really like it.
So this is it's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's got one little cable going down, and some pearls here and here and on the other side. And then the on the next sock you just do it the heel in a different location, I think. But this is kind of like my car knitting or my doctor's appointment knitting for now. And I've gotten a lot done because we've had a few doctor's appointments.
Oh,
But
yeah, recently.
it's a really nice yarn. This is Plymouth Happy Feet.
I love Plymouth Happy Feet. It's a nice yarn base.
You have to buy 2 skeins of sock yarn to do one pair.
But it's still a good value.
Yo, it's like $6.
Yeah, it's
I think.
inexpensive,
It's
and I think they have some really
inexpensive.
nice colors.
I got this, I think, when our fabric place store closed.
Although
I know. It's opening. I
Yes!
sent it the email. I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
It's in Natick, though, which is about 40 or so minutes.
Well, I don't need to be going down there a lot.
Well, no, but it's it's good to have an option. Anyways, this
Sorry.
fabric place store closed, and this is how I met everyone I knit with. Really, is
Except
through
for me.
fabric place, and because we used to have knitting on Fridays once a month, and then it closed out of the blue. I mean, the store we were at was doing really well, but other locations were not, so they just decided to close the whole
The whole
chain.
chain. But now they're doing a basement.
One of the owners, it's either the owners or like a nephew or a grandson of the owners or something like that, is doing a basement, and it looks to be good. It's not open yet, but for any of those local, we'll let you know when it is.
Yeah, we will, because
So this
awesome.
is Heath Socks by Andrea Dietrich on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, Happy Feet in olive colorway. So this is what I got on my needles. Also cast on. I haven't knit on it since I cast on, which was last week sometime. That was going to be my car knitting, but then I decided I really should cast on the socks since I said I would, and I'm glad I did. But I literally just cast on, and that's about all I did. See?
Oh, yeah.
The Howl Cat. That was gifted to me by Vicky Maria. Unfortunately, I don't know who made it, designed it, but I was going to use the leftover Go-Go Grassy or Happy
yeah.
Forest.
Go Grassy.
It's the one where you use worsted weight and then a fingering or lace weight. I know what I'm using for the worsted weight. I haven't figured out what I'm doing for the second half.
Well,
so.
I'll tell you what. I might have enough Go Grassy and fingering weight for you.
I don't know if I want to do the same color though. Although I'm sure with Dream in Color it would look slightly different. But I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So that's all that I have.
If I have it, you're certainly welcome to it.
That's all I have actively. Well, that's not even active on the needles. I only have 2 active things on the needles for on the dance card.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
So rate your date.
Well, I'm not really rating my date. I'm just showing off the thing that I did for the podcast again, because I didn't finish anything this week because all I'm doing is the sweater. But yeah, here is the cowl that I made for the Podcasters Challenge, which I have decided this is my favorite way to wear it.
I like the buttons.
Yeah, Joanne Fabric. I think Joanne
where I
Fabric
got
has some
mine,
nice
too.
button choice. I like their button wall. They have a lot of
Yeah,
different
they
stuff.
compared to the other stores that are around us, AC Moore and Michaels, they definitely have a better choice for buttons.
Yeah, they have like a big section, and then they have like specialty buttons. And
Yeah.
these are, I've used this design before. They make it in a couple different sizes, and it just seemed to me to kind of go well with the Celtic.
No, it's funny because depending on the Joann's that you go, there's a couple near us, but the one that's on Route 1, I went there the other day. They have a nice button selection, but there's one in Burlington that actually has a better button selection.
Wow. Yeah, I like the one on Route 1 because I go there a lot. It's big. It used to be smaller, and
Route 1's got a nicer fabric selection.
Yeah, they have a big fabric selection there. So anyway, yeah, this was my podcaster challenge thing. Sheila hadn't seen it before.
It feels a lot softer than it did.
It literally, I could have stood it on an end. Do you remember that? It was so stiff. It was from that lanolin.
It felt like red hot acrylic to me.
And now it feels normal. And if I had actually done my duty and soaked it overnight with the hair conditioner, it would be even softer. But it feels good now. So I don't know. I might block it again. I really washed it really quickly so I could have it done for last week's episode, because pretty much from now until Rhinebeck, I ain't getting anything done. So anyway, that's all I have.
I will try so people don't get bored.
I know. I'm really sorry.
Well, again, I have more knitting time than you do because I work.
Well, and then I just haven't been knitting because something's wrong with me. So I don't know.
Well, and I'm working 4 shifts this week, so I have extra knitting time.
Good. Knit a lot of stuff. I'll pretend that I did it.
Yeah, but my fingers are hurting from it. So, rate my date. I'm going to start small and go big. I did a Pembroke hat. It's a cabled, I think the actual name is Cabled Hat, by Amy Shannon, using the leftover Dream in Color Classy Blue Thunder from the Pembroke vest. And I did the cables in the back because
so cute.
I cabled without a cable needle and I was lazy. And for me to cable without a cable needle, it's easier to hold the yarn in back to cable.
Yeah.
And take it off the yarn. And so that matches this. So here's the whole set.
Looks really good.
And I put the buttons on. Also got these at Joann.
Those are cute.
Yeah, they pick up the green, I think,
like
a little bit. And I took apart a thread of the Dream in Color and used that to sew in the buttons. And so this is my finished.
I love that you made a hat to go with it. That's awesome.
It needs a hat. All babies need a hat.
I know.
I cast on, my mods for this, it's a free pattern. It says to cast on 70. I cast on 80.
Mm-hmm.
I could have probably gone maybe 2 more repeats up in length just to make it long. Worst comes to worst is you fold it up.
Yeah.
But it's really stretchy. It's just the
so
more you stretch it, the more it becomes like a beanie. No, that's all right. I hope the recipient's little child doesn't have that big of a head. I mean, small of a head. That's what I meant.
Okay.
I hope it fits. I hope they get use out of it as a set.
Yeah.
Because, I've given things as a set, and one thing's too big, one thing's not. It just, becomes a bummer.
Yeah, the longies I made for my niece when she was born were really small. She was kind of a pudge baby.
Was she?
Yeah. I'm going to use a different pattern this time because I think that one just ran small. Do you remember how small they were?
Yeah.
They were like skinny leggings for babies.
I finished my top-down mittens. I think I was close to it last week. I don't remember. I think I only have the thumbs to do. I love this. I'm definitely going to do it again. And this is Rachel from Diabolical Yarns. These are the top-down mittens. She wrote the pattern for DK weight with substitution instructions on any other weight in the back of the pattern. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I did this with Cascade 220 on size 5 needles. I had very little left. I don't think I have enough to do a headband like I thought I wanted to.
Yeah.
That's all right though, because I can use it for something else. It's feltable wool. I can throw it into slippers. But I really like this. It came out really nice, and I like the length of it.
Yeah, I do too. It's nice.
Because, anyone who wears a coat in the wintertime, if you stretch, you want to make sure, that's not showing up. You want to make sure that your cuff goes underneath the
Yeah, that is my one requirement about mittens.
I actually cut it shorter than she did. She goes probably down maybe to here, which, you know, I didn't weigh my skein. If I weighed it, I could have known for sure how much I would have had left. But I really like this pattern. The other mods I did, and I think I talked about this last week, was her pattern calls for knitting 2 stitches and then increasing.
Mm-hmm.
I did 1 because I like the look better, that's all. It's a personal mod, nothing to do with the pattern. The pattern was awesome.
I know.
And again, it comes down to whether or not you want to do cuff-up mittens or top-down mittens. This part here was really simple. It's a great pattern. Check it out. I was talking about it on Virtual Knit, and people were like, oh my gosh, well, why didn't we ever think about that ourselves?
I know.
So,
It's kind of awesome.
it is awesome. So that's that, and I bet you're wondering about something that I've been knitting on for a few weeks. It's sitting right behind us, as a matter of fact. It's just not blocked.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
My Shetland
I'm really
shawl
slow today.
is done.
It's not blocked.
It's not blocked.
But it is finished.
But this, look how big this is, and it's not blocked.
I know, it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. It's
I
all
love
springy.
it.
I'm hoping it softens up a little bit too, because I was
It will.
itching when I was wearing it at work tonight. I finished it last night.
Love it.
If I really had the gumption, I would have finished it Tuesday night and blocked it, but I was so tired.
You're
So
allowed
this
to be
is
tired.
Shetland Shawl by Evelyn Clark. Sorry. By Evelyn
Hearing
Clark.
around it. I love it.
I'm going to bring it up a little closer. I will show this again next week when it's blocked, because it's probably going to look completely different.
Yeah.
I use Cascade Eco Duo, which is 468 yards, give or take. And the reason I'm saying that is because this is all I have left. This little tiny bit. Not even enough to do another repeat. Probably barely enough to do another row.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. What I ended up doing, just so if anyone wants to do this, it says to do the chart once, which ends up creating, oh, wrong side. Ends up creating, I think, 1 leaf pattern. And then I did total, it's probably easier this way. You can't see it, it's so dark. And it's so dark here today.
Yeah.
These little leaf or pine cone, fir
cones.
Right here, it's 1 repeat. I did a total of 10.
10 repeats.
10 repeats and then the edging. Some people on the Cascade Eco ran out of yarn. I don't know, some of them didn't list how much they did. I did this on a size 10, US 10, 6 millimeter. I really like how this came out. I will have to say towards the end, I'm just like, I just want it done, because you're knitting on, I don't know, 300 stitches or more at that point, and it's heavy wool. But it's done. I'm going to soak it today, and I'll probably block it today.
It's lovely.
Really nice. This is
Makes-
my Rhinebeck shawl. I'm
Her
done with
Rhinebeck
I'm
song.
done with
Yeah,
Rhinebeck.
shut up.
Maybe
That's so mean.
I'm sorry. But see, I mean, look at, this isn't even blocked, and look at how well this is going to fit. So my goal at Rhinebeck is to find a nice shawl pin to go with it, or something to go with it. And this will
that's a
be
good
blocked out.
goal.
And I think, you know, to feel your pain, I'll find something else to cast on that I want to wear at Rhinebeck,
I don't want anyone to feel my pain. I just want my
like
sweater
maybe
to
socks
get
or
done.
something.
I'm
So
really worried
this is
about
done.
it.
You'll get it done. This is from Wrap Style. And I was looking at another wrap that I would love to do from there, but realistically won't happen. You know that blanket poncho?
Yeah, I like that one.
Cabley goodness.
Yeah, but it's in like cashmere and.
Well, I don't remember what it is, but it
I know, but
takes 3,000
I
plus
know, it's
yards.
so
I'm like,
cool,
yeah,
though.
I figured it out. Even in the cheapest of yarns, like washable, it would be 15 skeins a yarn. I'm like, and it's all cable. It's basically a cable blanket with a neck in
it. Yeah, that's cool.
So that's all my finished objects.
Future
Finished
dates.
objects palooza for me.
I
every week.
know. Good
Woohoo.
thing Sheila's knitting.
Well, you
a
know
lot.
what it is I like to do the one night stand sometimes.
Yeah, I'm a long-term project
Yeah.
lady.
I'm a project whore.
She is.
I do one night stands.
I'm a committed. I'm a serial. What is it? A serial monogamous. Serial monogamy when it comes to projects.
Oh, I don't know. I like the short ones. Well, I travel so much and not travel.
Drive
but
around so much.
I drive
You
so
do.
much. Yes. So
that would be
anyways.
why. Future dates. Are we ready to move on to future
Yeah,
dates?
absolutely.
I have a future date.
Which brings us into something else. Are you going to commit to that? Are you committing to that you're going to be knitting that?
Yes, I
Okay.
am. I just
I'll
haven't.
mention something about it afterwards, what we had talked about.
Oh, okay. What did we talk about?
No.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm like, I don't even know what we talked about. I am just a dud today. All right. So anyway, let me see if I can find the pictures. I am going to do a mashup between two mittens because I love the Hippocampus mitten by Tori Rote Design. And I want to see if there's a better picture of it. There, if you go on the pattern page, here's a better picture of what I would do. See the rainbow?
That's pretty.
Yes. It's a free pattern on Ravelry.
Oh, it is.
And
this one as well?
They both are free. She did it in County Effect Garn. And by the way, I just want to mention that we did some research to try to find out how to pronounce County. Kauni.
I want to pronounce it Kauni.
Kauni?
See, I can't even do it. Kauni, I thought.
Well, it's an Estonian word, and as far as we can tell, it's either supposed to be pronounced County or Connie. So,
but
I say County.
Yeah, patents, Woolmize, Vulmiza. I mean,
well, Woolmize really is Woolmiza, but it just sounds so kind of pretentious or whatever. I don't know to do the German.
I mean, everybody pronounces everything differently.
I just call it Woolmize, even though I know that's not right.
So I told her it would still probably always be Kauni to me, but
who cares? You know what I mean?
It's the Pretty Rainbow Yarn by Kauni Effect.
Yes, and this is the other version. She calls it Selbouvat or Not, alias the Selbu Seahorse Mittens. Also by Tori Rote Designs. And here's the thing. Here's a better picture of the finished mitten. I like the flowered background and the seahorse on this better than the plain seahorse on this. So I think I'm going to do the flowers on the front. But I don't know. I kind of like this wavy edging that she did on the cuff.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to sort of like
blend the two,
mash them up together. The charts should work interchangeably. So,
I mean, the seahorse is pretty much the same except for the snowflake, right?
Yeah, I really just like
I like that one better. See, I like it the two colors, the blue and the white.
She likes it plain.
Yeah.
I want to do the rainbow one that's going to look more like this because I'll be knitting from both ends of the County skein. And I am using County from the old Stasharoo that I bought 2 or 3 years ago.
I don't know.
A long time ago.
Before I met you then, I think, because I never...
I got it at Yarn and Fiber Company in Derry, New Hampshire.
I bet you went with Lara, because she's got some too.
Yeah, we bought it at the same time, and then we were like, what are we going to do with this? It's kind of it's kind of scratchy. But fingering weight County Effect Garn. That's what
we all like using stash too. So the reason what I was talking about is I really had fun doing the knit along for the Podcaster Challenge. And there's a lot of knit alongs going on right now after the fact. But I thought maybe when she's ready to do, we can do mittens and or slippers as a knit along because the winter's coming, gift giving is coming. I've done mittens. I like doing mittens. I have no problem. But I also need to do another pair of slippers, which I tend to use the Felted Clogs, but you can do any slippers.
Right, or any mittens.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
I really enjoyed seeing everyone's finished projects with our knit along. And I like seeing finished projects anyways. I mean, that's why we have, we show you ours, you show us yours.
Yeah, I love looking at, I get inspired. Everyone knows the crochet stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
Penny Knits is responsible.
We'll announce it when it gets closer because it's not going to happen right now. She's focused on her sweater. But maybe we'll do a mitten and slipper knit
along.
And
I love a knit along where it's a theme, but you don't have to do the same pattern as everybody else. Just because Sheila and I were talking about this last night, I am a very project-oriented knitter. I have to knit something that I really love. Sheila is a process knitter. She just likes to knit. She doesn't really care what she's knitting.
Well, that's not entirely
But you know
true.
what I mean. It's like she can bang out things. I have to be interested in what I'm knitting or I can't work on it anymore. So when she said knit along, I was like, oh, I just did the podcaster thing. I can't do another thing. But then when we talked about doing, more of a theme.
Because, I mean, I need to do more mittens for teacher gifts and other people, but my son, I wore through his slippers, and he said he'd wear another pair. So, and I know some people had some issues or weren't understanding the felted clog bottom. So I figured, I could show you how I do it, because I think, it makes it a little easier. But, we'll talk about it after Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
So we'll shoot for, like, November.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about that. My future date was just the Howl Cap. So I probably really won't actively knit on that until probably the shawl is finished for Lisa at Fiber Nib.
Cool.
Just because, I want to give my attention to that. And if I want something semi-mindless, I'll just use my socks. I mean...
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's on my future dates.
So crushes and heartbreaks. My big crush is my Needle End t-shirt from Cafe Press.
Look at
it's so good. Cute. And I'm totally cracking my husband up because I keep telling him, it looks so, I don't know why this is impressive to me, but it looks so real, like you bought it in a store.
Which she did.
I know. But they did, it's like a real screen print. I don't know. I guess
what it is seeing your design that you first put on paper. Into a screen print.
Be all like nice. I don't know. I'm just really surprised that they came out like this. So I love this. I love it. I love it in the pink. It comes in 4 colors. I got the pink.
Yeah, I may have to look into a long sleeve shirt.
I know.
Because I like long sleeve shirts.
I'm tempted to get another one. I'm gonna actually make a child's version of this because my daughter asked for
really?
A needle end.
Oh, how cute.
She said, "I can advertise your blog, Mom." And I think I'm going to get a bag, too, because I think I'm going to
get a bag. I did the survey, and I made $60, so maybe I'll use some of that money for the survey. I was going to use it for Rhinebeck, but, $20 of it. It's an investment.
It's an investment. So that's one crush and heartbreak. And then I had another crush that I have to tell you about. I did another project that I found out about on Pinterest.
Is this the one that you were trying to show me, or something? Oh no! All right,
I did this.
Yep, you told me.
I did. I saw on there that they had what they called, I don't know. I call them crap baskets, where you know how your kids and your husband and you leave stuff lying around in the living room, and every night you have to like put it away, or you just leave it there and it gets worse and worse and worse. So anyway, I've been trying to be more on the ball with my cleaning, and I saw this idea on Pinterest where each person has their own basket and it has a tag on it with their name or their whatever. And this person kept them on the stairs. Mm-hmm. And when she did her 15-minute cleaning before bed, she throws everything in the appropriate basket, and the next day the kids
have to take
it up to their room and put it away. Well, most of our bedrooms are on the first floor, but I have a console table in my dining room. And it is the perfect size to fit 4 baskets that I got for $5 a piece at the Christmas tree shop.
How big?
They're about this square, and they're about this tall. So kind of rectangular, but square shaped, but rectangular tall. And they have 2 holes where you can put your hands in. And I made little star tags for each one out of wooden things that I got at Michael's with everybody's initial, except for my husband's. I stamped the initials with a rubber stamp thing that I have. And, when I was looking at the P, it looked like the P, but when I stamped it, it was really a Q.
Oh.
So my husband is Q. He's like, "Why am I Q?" I was like, "It's a long story. Just roll with it. Just remember that you're Q, okay?"
It's the closest thing to Papa.
I said, "I'm not going to fix it." It's funny because I started out, I made myself W for Wendy, and my daughters were L. My daughter was L, and my son was J. And then I realized my husband's name starts with a J, so I was like, I'll just call him Papa, and then I accidentally made it be Q. So I'm like, I don't know what that stands for. Q. So, yeah. But,
See, if I was to do something, I'd run into something where you did Wendy. If I did Mom,
yeah.
I run into with Max being M.
I know. So, Q. Whatever. And he knows which one is his. And I've been having the kids empty them out every night before they go to bed, and it is freaking awesome. I did the laundry thing with the 4 laundry baskets.
Pinterest.
That's been awesome. And now I did this from Pinterest. My house, Jim's like, the house is really clean. I'm like, it's Pinterest. I actually got a chore chart from Pinterest that I'm working on next that will give me my
That's
daily...
why you're not knitting.
I know. It's Pinterest. Pinterest is ruining my knitting life.
My God.
So anyway, yes, that's my crush. I am organized, though. You should see my living room is so clean.
I bet.
It's like unusual because my living room's always a mess. So that's fine.
Crushes and heartbreaks. I didn't even think that far in advance. I don't think I have anything. The only heartbreak I can think of is that I'm working 4 shifts this week. We unfortunately at work, I work an overnight shift, as most of you know. There's only 3 of us who do the shift for 7 days. And one of the girls, I guess you can call her girls, woman, whatever, quit.
Ooh.
So now there's only 2 of us to do the 7 days, and we are alternating. Last week she did 4 days. This week I do 4 days. Next week she'll do 4 days.
Well, it's a little extra money in your pocket.
It is extra money. I won't make enough extra money in time for Rhinebeck, but I'll at least get 1 paycheck underneath my belt. But the problem is to replace this person, we don't have anyone already trained to do it.
Yeah.
So we have to train the person and then put her in nights, and it's going to be a good 3-month process. Maybe. So we'll see.
That's not good.
But that's my heartbreak. But I'll be getting some knitting done.
That's
Good
good,
part.
because for at least a couple more weeks, I'm going to be pretty darn bored.
Well, I have to say it took me a lot to finish the shawl because I was tired today. So
I know.
that's it. So what's next?
Baubles and bling. I got some baubles and bling, people, because I was a busy girl. I was in the southern Outer Banks of North Carolina all last week. That's where I was. That's where I recorded from. And they have a wonderful yarn store there called the Salty Sheep. And I've been going there for 2 or 3 years now. It's relatively new. My mom loves it. The owner is the sweetest lady, and she's so into knitting and yarn and everything.
Oh, good.
She actually got my mom to buy a DK weight yarn that she's going to make the honey cowl out of.
So your mom's going to verge from socks?
I know.
The honey cowl is the one that Lara made?
Yes.
Okay.
And my mom got this Madeline Tosh in the DK weight.
Same color?
Same colorway, but it looks very different. This is Mansfield's Garden Party, and this is Madeline Tosh sock. And
Is that just merino?
It is 100% merino.
Mm-hmm.
I just love every color in here. Unfortunately, I don't really like heavily variegated yarn, but I loved the colors in this yarn so much that I was unable to resist buying it. So I think I'm going to make a shawlette or something.
I was thinking of a pair of socks, but...
No, I'm going to, no.
Oh, is that not your color scheme for socks?
I just don't.
Too nice of a yarn.
It's too nice of a yarn to make socks out of. I'm going to make a shawlette out of it. And
yeah, there's a shawlette that I've favored recently that I think I'm going to do. I don't have the name of it, though.
There's a textural one, Textural Healing, that I was gifted by Candy. I don't know her.
Candyland. With a K?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Candyland.
I might do that with it, but that's far down the road. So anyway, I got this.
That's pretty.
I love it. It's so beautiful.
On camera, it reminds me of peppercorns. You know, the
Yes.
multicolored peppercorns that you can get?
Yeah.
Not so much in person, but when you showed it on the camera,
It's
that's
just
what
really
it reminded
beautiful.
me
It
of.
has like greens and yellows, and it looks blue, but it's not blue, and pinks, and a little red, and a little orange, and it's just gorgeous.
Almost reminds me of my serendipity that I just finished knitting.
Yeah, I just love it.
A little bit
It
softer.
like called to me from across the store. I like saw the color, and I was like, I have to buy it. this
Just
is how I
sound
get
like
into
you.
trouble. No,
Yeah.
every once in a while there's a color. These are all my favorite colors in one
That's probably
skein.
why, yeah.
I couldn't help but buy it, even though I knew I was buying it, saying I know I'm not going to like the way this knits up. But whatever, it'll look fine. I'll figure something out. And then I bought a skein of Malabrigo Rios in the lettuce colorway, which is so much prettier in real life than it is on this screen.
Yeah, it looks too green.
I have knit with Malabrigo. Malabrigo used to be one of my favorite. Yeah, it just it looks.
We're off on light today because it's very dark outside.
It's really dark outside. I love Malabrigo. I love how soft it is, but I hate the way regular single ply Malabrigo pills.
Yeah.
It just, I knit a beautiful sweater, the Wisteria from Twist
right?
Collective, out of green Malabrigo. Love it. It's like my favorite sweater. It pills so badly that it like destroys the fact that it's got this beautiful cabling all over it, and I have to maintain it heavily with a sweater stone from Knit Picks. I have to do the sweater stone on it every time I wear it, and it frustrates me. So I was overjoyed when they came out with Rios, which is plied. It does not pill.
Now, would you call that a heavy worsted? That seems like a
That's an
heavy
Aran weight.
worsted.
It's the same as their regular.
Oh, is it?
It's just plied.
Oh, okay. See, I don't own any Malabrigo except
And
for that one
it
silk skein.
is superwash.
That's the best part.
So I love to use this for baby gifts because
okay.
when you knit a baby gift in Aran weight yarn, it knits up in like 10 minutes, and it's superwash. So
yeah,
it
you
can
want
be
a
washed.
baby gift to be washable.
And it's Malabrigo, so even the most sensitive baby skin will not be irritated by this. So I am making this for my hi Auntie Carol, for my for my cousin. I'm not making it for Auntie Carol, for my cousin who's expecting a baby, Auntie Carol's daughter. I'm gonna make a little outfit for her daughter or son. I don't know what she's having. A baby. She's having a baby. But I figured green was a good color to go
It's
either
like
way.
a natural color, yeah.
I made a same outfit for my niece last year, and with a little leaf hat, and it was super cute. So I'm going to do something similar for this baby. And then, but wait, there's even more. I took advantage of the 10% off at Knitting Geisha's Etsy store. And I bought...
I like that.
Isn't this cute? This is the little, I call it the crow bag. It's really cute.
I like
it's
the
a
yellow.
drawstring.
It's kind of bright, and I mean,
like,
it sounds weird, but the crows kind of make it, dark. But the yellow and the pink make it nice and bright and cheery.
I
for some reason
really like it. I have all of my stuff in there, but actually, this is all my sock yarn stuff. I'll put it in the bag. I got this, and I got some sock skeins from her as well, which are sadly, shoved on the bottom of the bag. Here's one.
Ooh, oh.
And here's
one. This reminds me of like St. Patrick's Day.
I think there might be more. Yeah. Oh, this one. This one's very unspun. I don't know what's going on with that one. I think that's it. Is that it? Well, Knitting Geisha. That's only 3?
There's only...
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4. I'm sorry. One was hiding.
No, 5.
5. Oh, I like that one.
I do too. Yeah, I think that's it. I think there were 5. If not, I'm sorry, Knitting Geisha. I don't know where the other one is. Because I have so many
5.
in there. I think there might have been 6.
This reminds me of the Purple Hat Society.
Yeah, the red hats.
Sorry, I call it Purple Hat for some reason. I did a shawl using purple and red. You remember?
Got this one, yeah. And this one, I love this one's kind of like St. Patrick's Day to go along with my theme.
Oh,
red heart. With the Halloween one and the Christmas.
That one reminds me of like Valentine's
Day.
I
love it. They're kind of cool, and this reminds me of Easter. So this is kind of like my holiday themed thing.
There you go.
So yeah, these were really inexpensive.
I like the bag.
I love the bag. Let me just show you the bag a little bit more. Oops, there's a
skein in there.
Yeah. And a lot of this
big old mess.
Big old mess of the sock yarn. It's lined with this cute little flowered material. Can you see it? It's hard to see. It's white on white.
I've seen that.
And then cherry blossoms with the crows. And I love that it has a little drawstring. It's a perfect size for a sock project, I would say.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
nice. And it was
No, I think my mom used something for this.
out of that.
This
Yeah.
would, yeah, and it just brought back memories. I'm sorry.
I love it. It's cute. I love the crows. I don't know why. I just was kind of. This is not. I don't like yellow with pink. What at
I don't
all?
know,
but something about the crows and this whole thing really
brings it
made
together.
me. Yeah, I really liked it. So I've been just having all my little odds and ends from my sock blanket stored in there inside my larger bag, so that when I pull out the skeins, they're not all just loose. And what I'm doing is I just reach my hand in and grab one. So yeah, that was from Knitting Geisha's store, where she still has
10% until Sunday.
Till Sunday. So
Baubles
I'm done with my baubles and bling.
I got baubles and bling. Unfortunately, they're not for me, but I wanted to show them off anyway. So for my swap partner and the monster thing, if you're watching, Sue, Queen of Chaos, look away for a few minutes.
Look away!
So I'm in the Rebecca Danger group, and we do a monster swap, and this one happens to be Halloween themed. But I saw this. This is Patton's Croy Socks Rag Shades, which anyone who knows me, I've been looking for rag sock yarn for years, because I had this wonderful pair of store-bought yarn. It was wool that I think I still have, that only has the nylon on the bottom, because I just can't get rid of it. It's just one of those, but I really like this. And it's the Patton's, and it's the gray-brown marl.
And it looks like sock monkeys.
It does look like sock monkey.
Some.
And this person I'm swapping with, Sue, has done quite a few Jerry the Musical Monkeys. So I got 2 skeins of that for her. And I saw this. My theme is Frankenstein, which apparently is not all that easy to find. Frankenstein's not a popular Halloween person. Dracula and, ghosts and pumpkins are. Something outside. But I saw this, which it's probably my neighbor throwing some trash. This is Color Your Own Shrink-a-Doodles. It's Halloween themed. And it's got the Frankenstein. I'm going to color these, shrink them up.
Poke a hole in them before you
Yes, I
shrink
know
them.
that. Poke a hole in them and try and make stitch markers out of them.
Cool. I think that'll be cool.
So I think, I should be able to do that.
I think you will. You're pretty crafty.
So, I'm looking forward to it. So.
That's a great idea, maybe.
Yeah, $1. You
I know.
can't beat that.
Even if it goes wrong.
I know, exactly.
You know?
You only invest in $1. So I got to get that, and I'm also trying to make her a monster with fabric.
Cool. That's cool.
So that's all my baubles and blings. Oh, this is a bauble and bling that
I guess you didn't really like it so much.
No, I didn't mean that. I didn't purchase. It was gifted to me by Wendy from her Outer Banks.
I picked it up at the Salty Sheep. It smells so good.
It's called Lavisher Lotion Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Richly satisfying to body and mind. And, oh God, it smells like, what did we say it smelled like?
It smells like
marzipan.
It's like a cherry almondy smell.
Oh my gosh, I just want to eat this.
I know. When I smelled it, I'm like, I have to get it for Sheila.
This would be great
It
for
smells
the
like
elbows.
those candy bars that we got from Addicted to
Oh,
Yarn.
yeah, the cherry special edition.
Yes!
Oh my God,
they were so good.
But I mean, you open this up and you just want to.
I know.
But you can't, obviously. But it smells like
My
something.
mother did not think much of the smell.
It smells
but I was
so
like, no,
good. It smells
Sheila
like
would
amaretto.
like it. It does. It
It
smells
does.
delicious.
Smells like amaretto. So those are my baubles and bling.
That was just a little thing. I was going to get you
Thank
another
you.
pretty cheap project bag, but I was like, you have so many project bags.
I don't even
Get
use
you
some of them because one of the gifts I'm thinking of giving prizes, as you remember, Loopy U sent it with one of their sock
Oh,
pods,
right.
the 3 Namaste snap bags.
Yeah, you never used those, huh?
They're still in their bags. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to relook at that, but anyways. So, side note. So that was Baubles and Blings. We're on to our gossip and innuendo.
Yep, my only gossip and innuendo is Rhinebeck, October 15th. Be there or be square.
We're planning on meeting up at the Big Tree with some other podcasters.
We are.
I thought I told you. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, I told you about this around 1 o'clock.
I probably don't. Yes, I remember the around 1 o'clock.
I guess it's the Big Tree. It's the one that's really big and colorful, and I don't know. It's near the bathrooms, I guess. I don't know. Everybody seems to know where it is.
Okay.
I've
been there 2 years. I don't know where that is.
We'll figure out more
Melissa
as we
will
get
tell
there.
us where it is.
Yeah, I know. Who else mentioned it? JD is planning to go.
Oh, that's so
Lisa's
awesome.
Lisa from 90% Knitting is planning to go. Melissa, Melia Bella, His and Hers podcast is planning on going. Expectant Knitter,
I can't wait.
Stephanie is planning, but she's not sure because, they do have a newborn.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to work around sometimes.
What else? Who else? A bunch of people. Karen from Round the Twist. So, we'll see.
That'll be awesome.
Yep, that's in a few weeks.
And we're going to have Melissa from His and Hers podcast, hopefully, is going to be with us on October 6th.
Which is next Thursday, so...
Thursday, good, yay. Then it won't interfere with my hair appointment.
Oh, okay.
I
believe the 6th is a Thursday.
Oh, good, I'm very pleased.
Yes, 6th is a Thursday, so we're planning on doing that, so it'll be late again, but for good reasons.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to thank everyone who entered their name in to win this. If you can see it, it's not a good shot. It's a felted Christmas stocking, and I have to honestly say, I'm surprised 11 people entered their name.
Not that it's not a really nice sock. It's just it's not a sexy project.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
it's
a sexy
not,
gift
it's
like
not
yarn.
Right, it's not a nice skein of yarn. It's just a felted, and it's something that I designed, which we'll put on free, probably on the web, on the blog. But this was probably made with Cascade 220.
I think it was.
And I really like it, but I just don't have a need for it. Maybe someday when my boys have grandchildren,
You'll make another one.
Or maybe this will be a gift from my friend who has baby and throw 2 more in there. I don't know. Anyways, randomnumber.org. I put in 2 through 11 because I was the first post. Generating now. Number 8. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Sorry. Yep, number 8. So I am going over to the thread now to see who number 8 is. It is Minnie Moo 99 who won it. She said, my other half has never had a Christmas stocking, so this will be great.
Oh, that's awesome.
She doesn't have a real name. It's only, well, could be Minnie for all I know. But she doesn't have it listed on Ravelry. So Minnie Moo 99, contact me with your address, and it's going to go to United Kingdom.
Cool.
So
make sure you mark it as a gift.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's going to go to Minnie Moo 99 at the United Kingdom. So I will give you a week to send me your address so that you can hear your name. And otherwise, I'll contact you next week if I don't hear from you.
Awesome. We better
so
wrap it up.
Yes. Other than that, the usual stuff.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on iTunes, please leave at least a star rating. But if you could leave a comment, that'd be great on all the podcasts that you watch.
Be sure to support us by voting in the Podcaster Challenge group on Ravelry Podcaster Challenge.
And I will link that.
And Lily. That's my daughter. Sheila will link it on the show.
What else? You can reach us at knitoneheart2@gmail.com. You can find our blog at knitoneheart2.blogspot.com for the show notes. We're on Plurk as knitoneheart2. We share the account, although I think I'm the one who's mostly doing it.
I haven't been on Plurk either because you know what? I am always freaking on Pinterest.
Yeah, so 9 times out of 10, it's going to be me who's posting.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
That's
I am
okay.
bad. I am Knit1Wendy on Twitter.
And I'm knitoneheart2 on Twitter.
And I'm Knit1Wendy on Pinterest, where I seem to be spending all of my...
I was going to ask you about that. That's another story. Because I was going to join Pinterest, but it said use your Twitter account. So you use Twitter? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I might do Pinterest too, and I'd probably be Knit1Heart2 on
you will,
Pinterest as well.
That's what you're doing.
All right. So on that note, have a good week. Thanks for watching.
Knit with Heart.
Knit with Heart.
See you later.
Bye.